Hi, my name's Sue Harrison. I'm the Senior Key Account and Business Growth Manager within Business Doncaster, and my role is to support the large key accounts in the town and manage a team of advisors who do that too. In addition to that, I also manage the Sheffield City Region Growth Hub Enhancement Project within Doncaster, and we're here to support growth businesses in any way, shape or form. The support that we offer in Business Doncaster is free to any company that's based here in Doncaster, and it really very much depends on what size of company you are, because the access to different funding streams and different support mechanisms differ within the region and nationally as to what size you are. So for the larger key account companies, we will support you as a key account manager. So that means that you don't have to ring round different departments just to get to the right place. So it might be that you've got a planning issue, a licensing issue, a workforce development issue, parking issue. We will be your first point of contact, and we will support you into the different areas that we can help you with. If you're a growth SME, we work very closely with the Sheffield City Region Growth Hub, and we work with other partners across the patch, whether that's the Carbon Trust, whether that's Superfast South Yorkshire Broadband, whether that's with commercial agents if you're looking for premises, or whether you're looking for funding. So we'll work with different funding circles, whether that's venture capitalists or whether that is crowdfunding, or whether that's the Sheffield City Region Access to Finance team or the Northern Powerhouse Investment Fund. We can work with you strategically, so that's whether you've got any marketing strategies you want to develop or growth strategies, or whether you want to do any lean office or lean manufacturing processes, or we can work with you on an operational basis and handhold you through the support that's available. So it might be that you're looking at workforce development, succession planning, you've got a HR issue, whether you want to link into different networks, whether you want to build your supply chains or become a supplier of some of the larger companies, then we will work with you and handhold you on that basis.
Steve Moody from BizSpace. I'm regional manager for BizSpace for the North. As a company, we offer flexible workspace in terms of offices, industrial space, and co-working as well, which is a new thing that we're now offering. So we've got a really good coverage within the North. We've got 17 sites throughout Yorkshire currently. Doncaster is an area that we'd not sort of really get tapped into. We found that we're getting a lot of inquiries for this area. We've got a couple of surrounding sites in Dinnington and in Rotherham as well. And we saw there was definitely a need for us to be within Doncaster area. So this site came about, and we completed in March this year. It's undergone a full refurbishment, just over £500,000 spent on doing that. We believe in Doncaster, and that the regeneration that's happening within the town is going to be good for everybody, local economy, existing businesses, and for the future. There's a lot of things planned which we obviously want to be part of as well. Micro business is what we specialise in really as a company, but small SMEs, but then right up to sort of blue chip type clients as well. So we cover the full spectrum of customers. Again, we don't really sort of put ourselves as a specific type that we sort of look for. We can accommodate pretty much any type of business and any size of business, right from a one-man band up to a sort of 40, 50, 60-person office. So we can cover the full spectrum. With us, the actual sign-up process is probably the easiest part and the best part really, in that it's a very simple one-page license document that we use. So we offer an easy out service. So it gives people that flexibility to if they want to sort of start up a business and need somewhere to get in somewhere quick to do that. If they're moving out from the back room, the bedroom, then come to us and sign up on the same day and be working from the office the next day. So that level of flexibility that we now offer, it does also mean that the notice period can either be just a rolling agreement, which can give notice at any point after 30 days. Alternatively, if they want that longer commitment, then again we can accommodate that as well. In terms of events and things, we've got regular monthly networking events that we're looking at setting up here at Doncaster. It's something we're introducing. We've already had one. There's a bit of a soft launch really when we bought the site, and we've got another one forthcoming on the 19th, 16th is it? Actually, we've got another event coming on the 16th. This Thursday, which is a full networking event and a launch day for us to celebrate the site opening up and the new space that we've now created. We've got a lot of things that are in the pipeline in terms of what else we want to do. So we do a lot of sort of charity things where we get behind local charities and sponsorship. And again, it's really been part of that community sort of feel. So again, you know, we want to come into an area, to a town, a city, and sort of be part of that and try and you know, hopefully make things better across the board really. Yes, in terms of facilities on site, we've got meeting rooms which we obviously sat in today. These can be rented out for half a day, a full day, again on an ad hoc basis. There's no contract or anything on that, and it's for external customers as well as internal customers. In addition to that, we are also looking at offering co-working space as well. So it just means that, you know, if somebody's out on the road or need a satellite office as such, or have got a sales team, for example, which they don't want to commit to that monthly commitment of having an office, they can, you know, basically use hot desks and co-working space that we have available. Obviously, as the market's sort of changing, the way that people work and the way that companies work is changing now. Obviously, we need to be flexible with that as well. So we appreciate that, you know, the modern young sort of business person doesn't necessarily work from 9 to 5 and works beyond them hours and wants to work in a different way. So, you know, for us, it's not just a case of opening the doors at 9 and closing them at 5. We do offer a 24/7 policy where people have got their own keys, their own fobs, where they can come in at any time. It's fully covered with security. It's a safe environment to work in. And obviously, you know, following the refurbishment, it's you know, what I class as a funky sort of environment, really, somewhere a bit different and exciting to work. I think we spend the majority of our lives at work, and you don't really want to just be stuck within a boring sort of set of four walls. So we try and make that space as inviting and as exciting and vibrant as possible. Yeah, in terms of network links, you know, Doncaster's really well connected. Obviously, there's a HS2 link which is obviously still in the pipeline, so to speak. That's going to be huge for the town. But obviously, you've got its own airport, which not many sort of towns or cities even have. But yeah, we're close to the town centre within a 5-10 minute walk. You know, bus routes, train station again within sort of 10-15 minutes. So really good links. Average football team, can't say too much about that, I suppose, but you know, a good race course as well. So, you know, there's a lot of things going on in Doncaster, and that's why, again, it's nice to be part of that environment.
We're a private training provider established since February 2013. We specialise in apprenticeship delivery to employed people, short courses accredited to level 2, again for people that are employed or for people that are unemployed. We deliver employability courses to try and help people, long-term unemployed or short-term unemployed, back into work or into new career avenues. We also work with the justice sector and working with people who have been in the criminal justice area to help them to break the cycle of reoffending, to get back into work by giving them some skills to be able to feel confident, to break down the barriers and to also get the ultimate goal, which is a job. The reason why we chose to move our operation to Doncaster, it was a no-brainer really. The links around Doncaster are fantastic in terms of rail, the iPort that's here, the road links, and I have to say we were also enticed by the opportunities that are happening within Doncaster, the regeneration projects that are happening to invest back into the town, into the people, but also the welcome that we got from the council in terms of the information available, what was happening. We felt like we were coming somewhere where we'd be included and part of a big change, and that's something that we're very passionate about. So really, we've been here a very short while, but we already feel very much at home and very excited about the future and the prospects in terms of helping with the economic growth and regeneration of the area.
My name's Andrew Megson. I'm the Executive Chairman of My Pension Expert. We're the leading provider of financial advice for people at retirement, and we cover the whole of the UK. We are based in the centre of Doncaster. We've recently relocated from Hayfield Business Park right into the centre of Doncaster. The key driver was I wanted to get the whole business and all my colleagues in one roof on one floor. We then started looking around the surrounding area. We are a Doncaster-based business. Our people are Doncaster. We were established and launched into Doncaster. And as we looked round the surrounding areas, we became aware Colonnades was available. We picked up with the local council, the Doncaster Council, and took the discussions from there. We actually did survey staff to see whether they prefer to be in the centre or out one of the retail parks, but the overwhelming response was we want to be in the centre of Doncaster. It's clearly been regenerated, and all the staff have absolutely no regrets for making that decision. The reason why we moved from an industrial park near Bawtry into the centre of Doncaster was driven by a number of factors. One, we needed bigger space to be able to get everybody under the same roof. But the second point that follows closely is that people want to be able to do things at a lunchtime, so be able to walk out into local community, go and do their daily shopping, go and to a local cafe, coffee shop or whatever for lunch, buy other things as the Marks and Spencers. So to be able to do the day-to-day living, which you can't really do in a retail park. The other factor that linked to that is that the location, the central location is so good, the infrastructure around it is superb. So we're a minute from the train station and a minute from the bus station. Works very, very well for us. What we've found since we've moved into the centre of Doncaster is that people are now starting to use public transport far, far more, where in the past they would drive to the offices and try and find a parking space either in the office parking or somewhere near. Being able to rely on good local transport has transformed the way a lot of our people, a lot of our colleagues get to work. We sort of approached our colleagues with an element of trepidation in terms of moving into the centre of Doncaster. The initial reaction was overwhelmingly positive. However, the move-in and the new offices and the location, the response has been even more positive. We haven't had one reaction where people would actually want to move back to where we are, and people speak positively about being in the centre of Doncaster. The relationship with Business Doncaster and the Doncaster Council is superb. They have been incredibly proactive. They've accommodated everything we've required, whether it was an extra car parking space, whether it was a slight change in the office layout. They have all the time communicated openly with us. They were very, very, very flexible on arranging the signing of the lease. They provided financial support to help us move into the centre. And the other thing is, compared to some of the retail parks, even though it's a far better office location with far better fit out, commercially it's very, very attractive.